Welcome back, guys. Jared here. Today we're going to be going over the LiveTarget Sunfish. This is a topwater bait, much like a frog. Here's the standard frog. Good grip, here you go. And notice it has these long legs that resemble the frog legs. That's your standard one. Now here's the LiveTarget Sunfish. It's made to resemble a dying bait fish, such as a bluegill in this situation, and they really focused on the design of the bait. If you guys ever caught a bluegill or a brim, this looks pretty close to it. It doesn't matter where you are in like the US or other countries, they have all the color lines to match it. Here I'll bring up a couple colors. I'm on Tackle Warehouse. I bought this at Bass Pro, but here's one of the colors. No, they have 12 total as of right now, and at Tackle Warehouse they're almost always sold out. That's how new this bait is. That's that. Feel free to go to Tackle Warehouse, check it out yourself, pick one up if you want. Let's get to the facts now. This bait has trocar hooks, and as you guys know me, I'm not a big fan of them, but a lot of the baits now, a lot of hooks, trocar is right there. Everyone wants them. They have sharp hooks. The only thing I'm curious about is how often these hooks are going to get put in to penetrate to this plastic, because the way this is, the fin, to make it look like it's 3D, they have it so right next to an edge, so when you go to bend down and stuff, goes up, this hook may go inside of it. That's one thing I'm looking at right now. That goes for both sides of it, but it also makes it so that the bait is more weedless because it rests on it. So it's it's a 50-50 chance. In the springtime, I'm gonna be using this bait a lot and trying to get a lot of practice with it, seeing the good and the bads and the ugly. Right now, that's the basics of it. The sizes and the weights, it has two different sizes. This is the 3.5 inch one. Both of these are. And it weighs about 5/8 of an ounce. And they make another one which is 3 inches long, and it's 7/16. Again, this is off of Tackle Warehouse. You guys can look at this information yourself. Now, the expectations of this bait, what it is, it's going to be a walking bait. It's going to be sitting sideways, just like this. The weight's on the bottom. Alright. It's tungsten, I believe. And it's going to be walking the dog pretty much, just like your standard frog, just a different profile. Now the bass, if you can see, like this compared to the frog, it's nothing on the bottom. This has actual design. I mean, this, don't get me wrong, this is just plain black frog, but other frogs just have, just lighter colors like a white or a yellow design, some sort of thing to match the top of it. But majority of the time for a frog, the designs are going to be on the top. But this is going to be on both sides. It's as real as it gets. It does not swim like this, like you would think it is looking at it, but this is, again, a walk the dog bait. You can do other things like bob it, and such as, which I'm going to be experimenting this spring, as soon as we get some nice weather and frog fishing becomes good. Now, my favorite colors I've seen so far, just about all of them, honestly, but the ones that really stick out to me is this blue yellow pumpkin seed, and the other one that really sticks out to me is this bronze pumpkin seed. Now, in the comments below, leave your favorite color if you guys have one, because that's just my two favorite. Currently at Bass Pro, they only had two colors in stock, and they had both the sizes, but only two colors. And it was this one, which is a fluorescent pumpkin seed, and this one, which was a natural olive bluegill. These are both really good colors, and I would recommend you guys trying them out. I guess this one looks like a perch, and by me, a perch is a common forage for the bass, and this looks like a standard bluegill. The price of this, it's a little pricey, but you're going for a LiveTarget brand, and they are known to have a little bit of price to them, but you are paying for the the trocar hooks, don't get me wrong, the tungsten, and the quality design. This is going to go at about $12.99 depending where you are. Tackle Warehouse lists this for $12.99. To me, that's fair, because if you look at it in the market right now, the average price for a frog is going to be around, give or take, $12 to $10. That's for one with a solid hook to it, you know, nothing cheap. The Yamagatsu are better. And if you go anything cheaper than that, you're going to get less quality. So, you know, I believe if you want to invest in something and you want to get a good frog out of the deal, spend the money, because the odds are you're not going to lose these. You're throwing 65-pound braid or so. I believe I'm throwing 50-pound right now, and I've not snapped off at all the whole year. So frogs are nice to have. You pay once for it, and you have it forever. Just make sure to retie every so often. Now, the rod and reel combo I'm going to be using for this is going to be a heavy action, 7'4". I use a Ducket Tyrex, and it's the Dean Rojas series. I've been using it all season. Very good rod. I have not missed money fish on it. You know, so I can wench it through pounds of weeds, and the rod doesn't snap or anything. It's very solid, good backbone. And the reel, I like a reel with good drag. Right now, I'm using a Johnny Morris reel. It's from Bass Pro Shops, and I have 50-pound braid on it from Power Pro. It's red. Color of the braid, honestly, to me does not matter, because when we're frog fishing, it's going to be a reaction bite, and the fish aren't going to care what's pulling that bait. They just want the food. They're going to hit it from being curious, and just scaring them. Now, I hope this helps you when you're trying to pick out your frog fishing rod, and as well as deciding if you like this bait or not. Because personally, I really like it. It has high hopes for me. Just like I said, I'm curious about how this hook's going to work. Will it end up diving into it or not? We'll have to find out. Well, until next time, guys, tight lines. I'll catch you guys later.